This week, we've been talking about clarity, but I don't want to just talk about it. I want to show you how I made clarity carry inside one of my own workflows. Because here's the thing, flow isn't magic, it's not luck, and it's not a mood you just stumble into. Flow is clarity installed as rhythm. So let me show you what shifted when I rebuilt one of my systems for flow and what happened when I did. But before that, here is who you're hearing from. I'm the Ratchet Sage, a systems builder who refuses to watch leaders burn out for their vision. For over 20 years, I've crafted structures that hold clarity so founders don't have to run on adrenaline alone. I lead the AI-Augmented CEO Lab and pioneered the digital staffing category of AI. I fix the invisible systems that solopreneurs outgrow, the ones that leak energy, trust, and time. And that is why I'm trusted by creators, coaches, and rebel founders who refuse to scale through hustle. So when we talk flow over here, I don't just teach it, I live it. And that's why I want to take you back in time. Let's rewind to how it used to be. My days looked full on the surface. You know, that calendar that's just got no empty space. But on the inside, my projects were not carrying forward. And that's not okay. I got them done, projects got done, but carrying my business forward, my vision forward, getting to where I was trying to go, it was just project after project after project, appointment after appointment after appointment, money being made in and out the door, invoices being sent, money coming in. But at the end of the day, there wasn't a rhythm. And I felt that in my nervous system. That pause, whether I had to rest, whether it was to get something done, whether it was to try to figure something out, that pause cracked everything. And that is not flow. That is fragility. And I want to teach you a little bit about three principles that I used when I went to rebuild that flow. Because I didn't want to be dealing with fragility, and I don't want you dealing with fragility. I wanted flow, and I needed to use these three principles to rebuild my fragility into flow. So let me tell you about these three principles. Now, I want to start with the first shift I made, and it's a big one. I learned how to ensure my briefs carry context. Back in the day, for years, I gave myself and my team hollow instructions. I said things like, write this post, make this document, send the email. And do you know what came back? Messy outcomes, incomplete tasks, and usually whatever I ended up getting was not useful to me or my business or my life. So I needed to change that. And what I did is ensure that now my briefs sound more like this. We're emailing the entrepreneurs who signed up for our live event. Keep the tone reflective. Let's focus on sovereignty, not hustle. When you give that much information, that much context, when you give a brief to someone or your AI, you will get back something that you can use. The first draft that you end up getting back from them, whether it's a human team or your AI teams, 9 times out of 10, it's done. It's ready for you to zhuzh it up and go on with your life. Why? Because flow doesn't collapse from effort. It wasn't their effort, it wasn't your effort, and it's not the AI's effort that's getting in the way. It's the lack of context that's getting in the way. Flow collapses when the brief is missing context. They can't do what they need to do, you can't get what you need to get, and therefore at the end of the day, flow is broken. So what my reflection is for you when it comes to briefs that carry context, where are you still giving instructions that leave people guessing? Whether it's human or AI, where are you leaving people guessing? If they're guessing, you're not going to get what you wanted to get out of it, and that will break your flow. Now, for this next principle, I stopped letting my week run me. I had a client that was dealing with the same problem. She came in exhausted. Every day felt like a scramble. So what we did is simplify her whole week into 3 blocks, just like I had done for myself, to reinforce my rhythm. Monday was her admin day. Tuesday through Thursday, she did delivery. And Friday through Sunday was all about reflection. That's it. Suddenly, the chaos calmed. She knows when she's doing admin, when she's delivering, when she's reflecting. And her momentum started to stack. And that's the real key to rhythm. It's not about working harder. It's actually about structuring your time so that your energy knows where to go, containerizing your time. When I have to do this, when do I do it? Where do I go to do it? Getting really clear on those containers. So, with regard to rhythms that are reinforced, my quick question for you is, what's one task you do every week that you could lock into a rhythm today? Now, this third principle, this one hits on a personal level. When I had my accident about 3 weeks ago, I had to stop working. But the system, it kept going. That's why y'all kept hearing from me. My GPT teams remembered what I couldn't: the voice, the tone, the structure, the client details. They carried the rhythm forward without me. And that's because I put this in place years ago. Systems that remember for me. And that changed everything when I was healing from my accident. Because flow only works if your system remembers what you shouldn't have to. And when you're trying to heal, deal with the kids, make dinner, deal with a life crisis, because life do be lifing, that is not the time for you to be trying to use your human brain to remember something. That is the time for your systems to hold you down. So here's your reflection for how systems remember. If your system could carry more of that memory instead of your brain, how much energy would you get back? I want you to think about that. Because at the end of the day, flow is not fantasy. And with me setting up this design with these three principles, my flow stopped being a fantasy. Even while I've been recovering over the last 3 weeks, work keeps moving. And it's not because I'm grinding harder. It's because the system held rhythm when I couldn't. My infrastructure held my rhythm when I could not. That's so important, and I want that for you too. So let me leave you with this. Where is your flow breaking down right now? Is it a blurry workflow, a rhythm that resets every week, or a loop you're still holding that your system really should be? And what's one shift you could make this week to build rhythm that carries you? And I'm so excited about this. Starting this week, you don't have to guess what that looks like. You can book a Sit with the Teams consult. You'll bring a real challenge from your business, and we'll show you exactly how the system holds rhythm, carries context, and finishes the loops. This isn't just a strategy call. It's a preview of what flow looks like when your system is built to remember, to repeat, and to relieve you. Because you don't need more hustle. You need rhythm that runs even when you don't. And guess what? Here's what rhythm always reveals: the patterns. And we'll dive into that next week because you're not burnt out. You're just carrying loops your system was not meant to hold for you.